When it comes to business, your story is one of the untapped assets in your business. Well, everyone has a story to tell. One specific area is your zone of genius, is your superpowered zone, is a territory that no one else in the world can compete with you.
Good morning, everyone. This morning we have a special guest. He's like the big bro in the entrepreneurial spectrum, and he will be sharing with us a whole lot of wisdom and values that we could use to improve ourselves in our life and our business. He is also the author of Borderless Voices. You guys should go check it out. Oh, what's up? Yeah, go check it out. It's a very insightful book, and we can't wait to hear everything that you have to share for us. And he also has a movie, a short film out there that I'd like you guys to go check out as well. But we will really deep dive into that and see where this goes. Good morning, Gbenga Ogunjimi. How you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful. Good morning, Dapo. Thank you for having me on your show.
Thank you for agreeing to be a guest on my podcast as well. Tell us a little bit about your background, how you became the Gbenga Ogunjimi that you are today.
Well, I run a company called Go Global, based in Washington, D.C. Go Global is a leadership consulting firm. We specialize in the business of storytelling. And as you rightly said, I'm also an author of a book called Borderless Voice, The Power of Telling Your Story and Defining Your Identity. And I'm the executive producer of a business documentary called Good to Great Stories, a small business documentary. My journey into business storytelling started several years ago when I had a defining moment. I was on campus. I was seeking a career pathway, and shortly after graduation, I had a career conundrum. I was kind of I was kind of at a crossroads if I should go for profit or if I should go nonprofit. And because of that conflict, I found a career coach and I told her my story. And she said to me, Benga, if you want to help people and if you want to make money, you are a social entrepreneur. I never heard social entrepreneur as a word prior to that conversation. And 6 months after that, I won a global business plan competition. I came to America, I worked for the United Nations. I started a bunch of social enterprises, and I ultimately made a pivot into the power of business storytelling. Because what happened to me was when I got a storyteller come into my life to gift me the right language to tell my story, my life changed. And I've been helping people accomplish the same pivot and changing their careers and businesses.
Magnificent. Why storytelling? Because the thing is, when you say storytelling, I understand storytelling, but I think a lot of people will take it lightly. People they won't see the gravity in storytelling. It's just like you want to tell someone, um, the boy is good. And instead of just saying the boy is good, you rather go around the boy has gone through this thing. Now he's this is who he is now. There's like something about the boy that made him good. But a lot of people wouldn't see that. And my question is why storytelling and how do you connect and convey the gravity of storytelling? Because from what you do, I know that they used like when you have like a client, for example, they used to be this way, and then after bringing you in and you do what you do, they are now this. Like, how do you convey the gravity of storytelling, and why do you choose storytelling?
Well, everyone has a story to tell. And I would say your story is your superpower. If you think about it in business, every business is trying to differentiate themselves from the competitor. And your story is your ultimate differentiator. The reason is because no one else in the world has your story. If you look at it from a career standpoint, you may go for a job interview and you have the same level of education as your competition. You have the same level of technical skills as your competition. You have the same level of language skills as your competition. So when it comes to the external skill sets, um, it's pretty much you in competition with the rest of the world. But there's one specific area, is your zone of genius, is your superpowered zone, is a territory that no one else in the world can compete with you. And that is your story. But oftentimes we don't necessarily tie our personal story into our work, and we rather compete on the variables that everyone else has with us. But when we elevate our positioning strategy to start incorporating our story, we tap into superpower. Another thing I realize in storytelling is when it comes to business, your story is one of the untapped assets in your business. The reason is because at the end of the day, people do business with people. It's all about a world of relationship. It's a community economy. It's a social driven economy. And the more you tell your story, you're able to activate that community. And you're able to give people a specific reason to do business with you along a set of core values that are important to them. So let me give you an example. I do work with a couple of small business bookstores, and you're an author yourself, so you understand the gravity of this point and also the competition in the industry. The ultimate giant of the competition of bookstores is Amazon. So how do you compete with Amazon in speed, in quality, in pricing? It's impossible. But we're seeing businesses opening up multiple locations even during the pandemic because they've been able to tell a story. And the people will rather travel to them because they are connecting to them on a set of values important to them. And they will rather even pay more money to them because to them it's all about a community. And storytelling helps with that community activation. So your story is your superpower. That is why you should tell your story.
Magnificent.